Welcome to this iKentoo tutorial video provided to you by 16 Limited. Today we will be covering shift management. So what is a shift in iKentoo? A shift is a period of time when iKentoo or the outlet is recording transactions, recording sales through the system. To open a shift, one needs to press either open shift button in the middle of the screen or the green button on the right hand side of the screen. When the button is pressed, the list of shift managers is available. The shift manager currently opening the shift needs to select the name, enter a PIN code, and a new working shift prompt will come up. This will ask the overall impression of the day and the current weather. The overall impression of what is thought to be the day. So let's say in this case it's a five-star day, and what the current weather is all about. The weather is used for statistical purposes by iKentoo in the reporting backend. Over here, you are also able to enter a free text note. So any comments that needed to be recorded at the beginning of the day, it is best to be recorded in the free text note. Press create, and that allows you to open the shift. The prompt advises you whether to open or not the shift. So we're going to say yes. And now we have the shift which is open. Secondly, is opening a cache float. So, what is a cache float? iKentoo version 3 distinguishes itself between a shift and a float. So, in a one shift, we can have multiple cache floats, in which case, whereby a cashier change. So, let's say a cashier is closing the cache and another one is coming in with a taking over the cache. In that case, the cashier would close the cache float, count the float, and leave the system ready for the next cashier to enter the new cache float, and thus be able to monitor cache and cache management. So let's start with that. Once we click on the current manager, so we enter the PIN code, the system will prompt for a cache float. When you click the amount, the prompt comes up with the denominations of the money. Enter the amounts of money that you find inside the outlet, and you are then able to start the float. So press done and continue. In this way, the system is now ready for transactions with a cash float of 105 euro. So whatever is added over and above that 105 euro is now added to the cash float. When we come to closing the float, we press the navigation button on the top right, press close shift drawer, and say yes. As you can see, the cash float is now showing that it is 107 euros and 50 cents. Of course, the 105 float that we started off with, and the 2 euro 50 sales that have been entered in this demo. Now, you can either continue at this point or else recount the cash based on the amounts found in the cache. The system would account for the gains or losses on the cache. Once ready, click continue, and the system will prompt you whether to print a report summary. We're going to say yes, and now the cache float is closed. So the next time any manager is going to try and use the system, a cache float is going to be required. So if we try again, we see that the cache float now is being asked to be re-entered again. Of course, because the system does not have a cache drawer currently assigned to it, because we've closed it accordingly. This time we're going to cancel so that we can try and close a shift. To close a shift, you click the green icon on the bottom right, and this shows the session currently in play. Now, any users which are logged into the system would be required to clock out or log out before an end of shift. So to end the shift, we press the red button on the on the manager, we press the pin code, and again, the system now to close the shift will ask us for overall impression. So we say it's a 5 star and the weather stayed sunny. Again, we are prompted to enter free text note, whereby anything that is required to be logged in before the end of the shift can be entered there. We press close and confirm the prompt accordingly. That's it for today. Thank you for joining us and looking forward for another video.